Killer Instinct.
Okay, Killer Instinct. So
I did tune in for a little bit watching you versus Tubaware.
Oh, it was gross, huh?
I just thought it was really funny that you would hit him with a move and then just like you mashed buttons and then you did 60% damage. And it wasn't even like you were doing like the full like level 4 ender. It was, I guess it's just Tusk.
That's just Tusk.
You just hit him and then you did something and then he lost 60% of his life.
Yeah. But we also both locked each other out in like every single combo.
And none of you took advantage of it either. It was
we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
and neither of us can recognize the other ones like mediums or lights or whatever. I have no idea what they look like yet. So that the combo system I am still working on, you know. And I'm not really sure like why some things are openers versus others, and like I can get like a link at the start, but it's like not the combo yet. I don't really get it, but whatever. I'll figure it out. It's a really fun game. I really enjoy it. Tusk is a really fantastically designed character. To have that sort of, I just think it's really smart to put that kind of character in that doesn't need the combo sort of game in season 3. Like as it's branching out, it's finally playable on a major platform.
Right.
More people can actually pick it up. This is a great way to get into it with that character. I just think that that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I've seen a lot of people have been picking it up. People who haven't played since season 1. Yeah. And some people who have never played the game at all. Like, I saw Flo playing it. Yeah. And he was just like, oh my god, this is so good. He's like, everything that I hated, they, like, fixed. Right. You know, like, one of the big changes, obviously, that if you've played the previous seasons is the combo breaker not causing a knockdown anymore. And that's, like, huge. Because before, when you got broken, you fell to the floor. And the other person kind of had advantage for breaking the combo. Now you land on your feet, and it's like, break, neutral, break, neutral.
Oh, that's true,
so the pace is so much faster now. And you don't get any... And the person who broke... Their reward should have been that they get the combo breaker.
Right, yeah.
They shouldn't get any advantage, right? So now they kind of balance that out. So they did a lot of little interesting things about it. But like Flo was talking about, he loves that. I saw a whole bunch of other people like, hey, I'm playing this for the first time. It's available on PC now.
Right, so, and you can try it out for free. So if you have Windows 10, you can just try it out. There's like no downside to that, which is great. But I really like Tusk. I played against Tubaware, who was using Rash. Seems like a really interesting character. Right.
He wasn't doing a lot of the crazy air dash.
He doesn't know that stuff yet. You know, I mean, we're just picking it up. But
hey, but Flo figured it out on like the first day.
Oh yeah, you mean season 1 top placer?
I mean, Flo who learns how to use characters in like 10 minutes and can
ridiculous.
Just basically destroy you with characters that he's never touched before.
That's how it goes.
Look, Mike Ross is one of those guys who every time like we've always talked about, he makes these grand proclamations that he knows are kind of BS and you know it's kind of his persona and his, dude, when he sits there and says that Flo is like the best player in Street Fighter V, like he's literally not joking.
Yeah, that dude's absurd. Whenever I've seen Flo lost, including like on Capcom Pro Tour today, not sure it's real. Yeah, not sure I believe that he's losing. To be honest.
Like when he plays Mike Ross or something?
No, he was playing against people online.
Oh, okay,
and he picked Mika, and he like didn't anti-air, and he like didn't move forward, and I was like...
Are you saying they might be giving away turbos on purpose?
They actually weren't giving away turbos today.
Okay.
Anyway, I've had a chance to play online a little bit as well. I played against like some Jagos and Hisakos and stuff. I don't know what's happening for the most part, but... I mean, I know like what the basics of the characters are,
but I mean, I saw you tweet that the first few of your matches you were actually winning a decent amount of them.
I did.
And so it sounds like to me actually that the matchmaking is working really well, that they're pairing you with people of equal strength.
I would say so.
As opposed to like, let me try this online, you know, gold, platinum.
For sure.
Guy who doesn't let you move kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And the way that I won was just like basic, like the most basic mix-up that works in every game, like meaty throw or meaty button. That's it.
Okay, you just played just like Sajam.
That's all.
That's like all Sajam does.
Oh, really?
Like seriously, that's 100% his strategy.
That's all. In fact, I did meaty Dragon Punch a lot, and it worked a lot.
See, the thing is, in KI, that actually makes sense. Right? I mean, because even at higher ranks, you could do stuff like that. Like, when I played Sajam, he would literally just do meaty stand short into uppercut. against me. And it's not a hit confirm or whatever. He just does it because he figures I'm going to try to throw or something.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because after I block the uppercut, if I block it and I hit him, he still has a chance. So like I said, the game, you can be like almost...
You can be a jerk.
You can be like stupidly offensive in this game because you still have an out. Which is why I feel like the combo breaker system works, because the offense in this game is just, it's too potent. I mentioned this before, you know, the offense is just really potent in this game, so that's kind of what makes it fair, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like with Tusk, you know, you press Fierce with him and it covers half the screen and the button itself does 20% damage. Mm-hmm. But I guess that sort of is balanced out by the fact that when he's doing that, he's like not getting in for any big combos. Like he certainly can do huge damage if he gets in, but if you're like playing that zoning footsie game, you don't really, it's like not really happening.
Right,
you know?
Right.
So, I don't know. Anyway, it seems really, really interesting. I really like the game so far.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to dude. Look, this is my story of everything, right? Okay. I mean, people know I want to do a stream for Alex.
Sure.
I haven't been able to do that. I've been basically I haven't had any free time like in the last week at all, completely.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of entrenched in
work
sucks,
man.
And job and stuff. So, and to be fair, a couple of times it was just like trying to hang out with some people too, because I haven't been able to do that recently as much. So I've just been like, every time I've had a free night like where I can stream, someone's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's cool.
Because I kind of need to do that.
Totally understandable.
But no, I do want to play Killer Instinct. I want to learn it a little bit. I want to get, what I really want to see is like when someone starts getting good with a character like the Arbiter, because then, I can finally see what it looks like when he plays at high level. Like I said, I watched Flo playing Rash online a little bit, and I could kind of see what he was doing with him. More like box jumping, cross up, mix up. He was very air mobile, so that was kind of interesting there. Tusk, he looks pretty straightforward. I want to see how Kim Woo actually plays, because I only saw the demo at the KI World Cup. I haven't seen what she's like in
Me neither,
action.
actually, yeah.
So, these are all the things that I want to see, like how these characters look and feel. Kind of like with Xrd too, right? Because I want to see how Goom and Jacko, and I mean, I know Jacko footage has existed already, but I want to see more of
I'm looking forward to Raven stuff.
Yeah,
sounds interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, that's KI. Give it a chance. Seems really
I
good. A lot of people are picking it up.
Yeah, I even saw Hanzo playing it.
Hanzo's playing
KI.
Yeah, a lot of people are picking it up. So, I like it. Alex,
yes. I have intentionally put myself on this big Alex blackout.
Really?
Yeah, I have not seen anything. I don't know anything about him. I've just seen a few combos, and his movement looks really weird.
Yeah, I would say
because when his lariat, he's all of a sudden ridiculously fast and snappy, and it just looks weird. He's like, pow, 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 and I'm like, this doesn't look like the Alex that I know. But I've kind of purposely kept myself on a blackout for him so that when I do play with him, I'm literally learning him from scratch. I didn't want to pick up any decent strategies.
Interesting.
So people have been tweeting us like, here's these Alex basics. And I'm just like...
look.
I probably just click like. And leave it there, and then afterwards I'll take a look at it. Yeah, but by then it's probably too late for me to retweet it. You know what I mean? So I feel bad, but I literally know very little about Alex so far.
Do you want me to go into anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm curious to see what your impressions are like. How good does he seem? Does he feel weird? Does it seem, those kind of things I'm okay with?
I would say he does feel weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also think he's good.
Okay.
I think he has some really good buttons. Mm-hmm. His medium kicks are both really good.
Okay.
His Fierce is good.
Yeah, I heard his towards Fierce is almost Mika.
Towards Fierce is it's very much like Mika.
Yeah, because it's +3.
It is +3. It hits grounded people, crouching people, I should say. A little bit more range than Mika's. Crush counter leads to huge damage. Even on regular hit, you can link out of it. So, it's really good. His pressure is strong. He has great frame traps. He has really good, knockdown, dash forward, still pressure sort of situations. Not like safe jumps, but you're in their face and you're +2 or 3, right? Which is as good as it gets in this game, basically. So that stuff is really strong. It's just kind of weird to move around with him because his movement, his walk speed is kind of strange, and his buttons, even though some of them are really good, they sort of don't work exactly how you think that they're going to. And some of the special moves don't work exactly how you think that they're going to.
Right. Like the stomp, I've heard a few things, like it doesn't even cross up.
It does not cross up.
Like it's not even safe on block, right? It's like super punishable.
It's punishable, but it's not super bad. Okay. EX is plus though.
Oh, okay.
But then you have, either stomp or stun gun headbutt, right? Which you can both beat with just a jab. You just jab them out of the air. Or you can crouching jab them.
Right.
So it's confusing a little bit, but I think that there's a lot there.
Okay.
And in V-Trigger, he gets to parry. He has an unblockable.
How does he activate the parry?
Just HP, HK.
I see. So, dang, so after he activates it, he's basically has Ryu's mind's eye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dang.
Yeah, and when you do it, it builds V-Trigger meter still. Even during V-Trigger.
So if you keep doing it, you can stay in V-Trigger forever, basically.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, really good. I think he's going to be a really good character. It's just, the first night I played him, I lost like 1,000 internet points. And so did a lot of other people who I talked with. Because it was just kind of weird to like get a handle on what should be happening.
Right. So basically, I'm going to stream myself losing those 1,000 internet points.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's the worst thing. Is like tomorrow, I was like, maybe I should do the stream tomorrow, like just squeeze it in there, right? But then I was like, but Johnny, like I want to also stream Johnny.
You should go to your love.
Yeah, I know.
You should go home to your
seriously.
love.
But I just feel like I promised the Alex thing for so long, and the longer I wait, the more I keep falling behind on Alex.
Yeah,
I really kind of learn him.
Yeah.
I gotta kind of learn him.
You do.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if I have a chance to stream tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, it was really good.
Oh man.
Well, I'm certainly reading up about the KI combo system on ki.infil.net, which I have memorized from all the times that everybody else has done it in the past.
Dude, it's good.
It is really good.
It's a really good site. It basically explains everything. The interesting thing about it is like when I first started playing the rebooted KI, the reason why the combo system never confused me is because it was so similar to the original KI. It was about opener, auto doubles, linkers, auto doubles, enders.
Yeah.
But it was a little more freeform. And because of that, like, I totally got, like, the combo system. I was like, oh, okay, so this is opener, now this is the auto double, this is the linker, okay, it makes sense. But, like, if you don't have a lot of experience with that, I'm sure it's, like, the whole system is... Because the weirdest part is when you do a special move at the start of a combo, it's a different move than when you do it in the middle of a combo because it turns into a linker.
Yeah. So
like what you kind of remember the move doing changes in the middle of a combo, and so sometimes it gets confusing. And in fact, sometimes like if you like try to jump kick, like I'm Thunder, right? So I have a command grab. So sometimes I try to do jump kick, wait, and then grab them with the command throw. And if I hit them with it and I do it, it like triggers the ender, and then they can like break my move. It's like there's like weirdness in that. There's a lot of weird rules in that game that kind of make it a little bit tricky, but once you get used to it, it starts to make sense.
So like with Tusk, you can link Standing Fierce into Stand Roundhouse, or I think if I recall correctly, Standing Fierce, Crouching Strong, Stand Roundhouse.
Okay, all as links?
They're all links.
Okay.
But are those manuals?
Or they're all openers. Links? They're just so basically at the start of a combo, you can link a bunch of stuff that will all count as openers, but I think if you do, now Sajam's in the chat, he can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think if you get to your third move that's not technically an auto double or a linker, you can break it.
Okay.
Like, it's just a rule that
because I think that is my experience.
Yeah, So like the first two they shouldn't be able to break, the third one they should break. They should be able to
I just didn't really understand why that was the case.
Okay, so they are manuals according to Steve. So Sajam says that they are.
But the third one is breakable.
Yeah.
So that means that there has been an opener.
Well, that's just a rule. That's an exception they put in the game that basically they don't want to have people be able to do too many manuals at the beginning. So.
Okay. Well, I could definitely see the attraction of the KI combo engine. It's... On the one hand, you can totally mash it, and it looks like you're doing cool stuff. So if you're like lower level player, that's great. But if you're not, I definitely understand like the fact that you have to be thinking on your toes constantly.
Right.
Like you can't. You're not bored
It's not Marvel where you just sit there and watch yourself get lightning looped to death.
Right. Or on the other side, you're not just lightning looping somebody to death.
No,
if you're Zero in that instance, you've done that 1,000 times. It's always the same.
Right.
Once you find, once you like confirm into whatever the thing is, you're just doing the thing. But in KI, it's always different, and I get the attraction of wanting to think like that. That's interesting.
And that's why I always say that I think KI is the most mentally tiring game.
I can see that.
Like, you get exhausted after playing it, like, because you just can't, there's no rest.
Yeah.
Even in between rounds. It's like, boom, okay, get ready, jump around and stuff like that. It's literally just when someone dies and before you click rematch. It's like the only time you have to like really kind of chill for a second.
I will say though that characters stay down forever when they get knocked down. Sweeps and throws.
Right.
I'm talking like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's intentional to like give your brain a little rest.
I mean, it definitely does set up a lot of really evil like cross up or not cross up kind of situations. So yeah.
For sure. Well, I like them all. I wish we could talk about Revelator a little bit, but
dude, I'm
just haven't had a chance yet.
Look, there's so many games.
Well, there's certainly at least... what is there?
I mean, you're playing 4 right now if you also play Revelator, right? Because you're playing Pokken, Street Fighter 5. Oh,
Street Fighter.
Then 5.
KI, Pokken. Yeah.
And maybe
I'll try Revelator for sure, but one of those or 2 of those is going to have to get tossed.
Dude, right?
Which sucks. I like all those games.
Right. I mean, I really want to play Killer Instinct Season 3, but I really got to play Johnny in some way.
I get it. I totally understand.
I really got to play Street Fighter 5 more, too. So those would probably be the 3 ones that I play the most, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Goes, so.
Try out Pokken and KI. They're good games.
Look, someone tweeted just recently, I mean, this is a great time to be a fighting game fan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we talked about it from like hey, this is growing, there's lots of cool stuff happening, but this is literally just from look how many high-quality fighting games there are out there. Because before, let's face it, when Street Fighter 2 was the most popular thing on the Super Nintendo, and companies just, I mean, pardon the French that it comes out everywhere, but basically when companies just shitted out fighting games on the Super Nintendo, like... balance and quality was not a thing.
There was some garbage.
Some of those fighting games were the most god-awful things that you'd ever played in your entire life, right? And nowadays, it's like it's such a thing now to make sure these games are balanced, that they're good quality, that they're competitive. And so this is like every game that comes out is just so fun and like really worth playing, and that's what makes it really hard. So
it does make it hard, but it is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eternal Champions.
Clay Fighter.
That was a joke at least, but yeah.
Hey, what's the hair, man?
So many stupid infinites in that game.
Cool, dude.
Do you remember the Ichabod Clay? So, or I think a lot of characters could do this.
Yeah.
Whenever you did a jump attack, it would hit.
Oh, you just kept hitting. Yeah,
it was always active. So you do a jump attack, and the same one would last throughout the jump, and it would hit both on the way up and on the way down. And you just did it. Just jump, kick.
Dude, I still remember like the blob. Like he did the saw move, and you would block it like 7 times, and like you would die.
Yeah.
Like you would just do chip damage, and you'd be dead.
The game was a problem.
Clay Fighter.
Hey, One Must Fall 2097 was good. That was a cool
beat them, they don't care. Clay Fighter. It was one of the first Super Nintendo games that had like legit speech.
I remember. Yeah, for sure. But didn't you like One Must Fall?
I never played that.
Oh yeah, I thought that was a good game.
I didn't know what that was. Yeah.
It was a robots game.
Okay. Yeah. Like some of the crappy fighting games I remember on Super Nintendo. Well, Street Combat, which was based on Ranma 1/2 in a weird way. You know the story of Street Combat, right?
I don't think so.
Street Combat is this horrible, horrible, horrible game that came out in America with like a clown with like juggling, and like the main character was just like this weird half cybernetic dude or whatever like that. It was all based off of Ranma 1/2 in Japan. They didn't think that Ranma 1/2 would have any appeal in the US, so they changed all the characters and made it like some post-apocalyptic thing. So it was a bad fighting game that had some natural appeal to the Ranma 1/2 fans.
Yeah.
And then they turned it into Street Combat, and it just basically became like the biggest piece of garbage ever. Like people need to really look up Street Combat. Like there's like articles that show the comparisons and
really?
stuff like that. It's really bad. And there was the DC fighter back then too, before Injustice. There was like this game with like Wonder Woman and everybody.
Oh, I don't remember.
And literally, it was like based on the Darkseid storyline or whatever. But like you couldn't buffer any moves into specials. So there's like literally nothing you can do in the game except for like punch, kick, and like do it was terrible. It was the worst fighting. It was like one of the worst fighting games I'd ever played.
You know what game also sucked? Was Mortal Kombat 1. It did.
There was so
it was bad.
Many
Sorry, everybody.
Exploits on that.
Yeah, there were. Every character was basically the same. Mm-hmm. They had projectile and forward moving whatever. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They had many of the same normals.
Right.
It was just you just had cool fatalities. That was 90% of the game.
I mean, look, you could kill your own block stun by changing between standing and crouching. That was the thing. So basically, if someone jump attacked you and you stood up and blocked, if you held the block button and blocked the jump kick, you could crouch and then like let go, crouch, and uppercut them out of the air. Like my friend would do that with Kano. He would literally block jump attacks and then do the ball attack.
Yikes.
Like he would just block it and hit you. And then of course there's KI, which just didn't have block stun.
Yeah, that game was also terrible.
Yeah, that game was pretty bad too.
That was terrible. So, I remember Combat Tribes being terrible. Anyway, there's a bunch of games that sucked. Why are we talking about this?
Because we were talking about how fighting games these days are good.
Oh.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Like look, long time ago, if a fringe game like Uniel came out, you would not have gotten like the two of us going, "Oh my God, Uniel is so good. Uniel is so good. It's so fun." Like back then, although I will admit, probably one of the best fighting games on the Super Nintendo that probably had no right to be that good was TMNT Tournament Fighters.
Oh yeah, I was in there.
Because that game, like, it didn't even have any of the franchise characters. Like, literally they made up all these, like, weird characters for this game. Because I think the franchise characters were licensed towards the Genesis version. Because the Genesis version actually had, like Bebop and Rocksteady and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like that. But I don't think it was as good of a fighting game. Like, the Super Nintendo one had
Genesis.
Yeah, the Super Nintendo one was actually a good fighting game. Yeah.
It was. Shout outs to Chrome Dome.
Yeah, Chrome Dome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's always a Shredder with the Aura Crusher, which sounded like Moron Crusher.
Yep.
Moron Crusher!
Yeah.
And, of course, TMNT Tournament Fighter still has the most poorly named special move in all of history of special moves.
Okay.
Which was Leonardo's Endless Screw. It was his lariat. It was the Endless Screw. And he would actually say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so some people are saying the Sega version was actually pretty good.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I just know that a lot of people legit love the Super Nintendo version.
It was good, yeah. I know people still played it for a long time. I played a lot of Fighter's Destiny. Mm-hmm. I really liked that.
But that was an arcade game, though, too, so...
Was it?
Yeah, Fighter's Destiny came out in the arcade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the big rip-off game, the Data East rip-off game, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Fighter's History.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, Destiny was on 64. It wasn't on Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Somebody brought it up in the chat. It's just why I said.
Okay.
Anyway.
Dude, we could talk about these old...
Are we good?
Games, yeah. Black Hole Assault, on the Sega CD.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That one was interesting because there was actually a mode where you could program the AI. Like, you could, if you get this close, be this aggressive or whatever,
really?
blah, blah. So you would program the AI and you could battle your opponent's AI.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was actually really
early
neat.
amiibos.
Yeah. Oh, man. Anyways, okay. Enough about game stuff. I mean, we really did it with the game stuff, I think. We held up our bargain with the game stuff.
Did you ever play Guys?
I did. No, I played a tiny bit of it in the arcade.
Yeah, I played it twice, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because it was at the UCLA arcade when I was working there. And so when I was working there, at nights, basically there was nobody in the UCLA arcade, so you could play whatever you wanted. So every once in a while I would just be like, what the heck is this game about? And yeah, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's
take a break.
Let's take a break.
Okay, cool. When we come back, we'll be talking about some event stuff, so stick around.